Welcome to Signal to Alpha, your essential market briefing. I'm Lady Muriel, cutting through the noise to deliver what moves markets today. Let's get you your alpha before the opening bell. Markets kick off a critical week with Federal Reserve rate hike odds surging and big tech earnings in focus. Here's what's setting the tone. Fed rate hike probability has jumped from the teens to the 30s on CME Group's FedWatch tool as oil prices whipsaw higher. Meanwhile, Chinese chipmaker CXMT stuns Shanghai with a 465% first-day surge, and Trump's Save America Act hits a Senate roadblock as Mitch McConnell remains absent. Let's break it down. First, the Fed picture. Interest rate hike probability climbed sharply last week following crude oil spikes that briefly pushed prices above $100 per barrel. The $30 trillion Treasury market is sending Federal Reserve Chair Kevin Warsh clear warnings that tough inflation rhetoric must be backed by concrete action. Citigroup strategists now suggest Warsh may be leading a more hawkish central bank than markets anticipated, urging investors to focus on economic data over Fed commentary. This week brings a consequential earnings parade from Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, and Apple, with Wall Street laser-focused on artificial intelligence spending commitments and whether tech giants can justify their massive valuations. On the international front, Chinese chip manufacturer CXMT rocketed 465% in its Shanghai debut on Monday, closing at 49 yuan and 1 cent after pricing at 8 yuan and 66 cents. Nearly 3 billion shares traded hands worth approximately $2.2 billion, making it mainland China's largest stock by market cap. The dramatic debut underscores China's push for semiconductor self-sufficiency as U.S.-China tech tensions persist. In Washington, Trump's Save America Act faces legislative limbo, as Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell's extended medical absence complicates the reconciliation process. McConnell chairs the Rules Committee, a key player needed to draft the voter ID bill for Senate passage. With late Senator Lindsey Graham's Budget Committee role now filled by Ron Johnson, timing and process remain uncertain. Majority Leader John Thune is prioritizing government funding negotiations over reconciliation, threatening to delay the House budget framework until a spending deal materializes. Meanwhile, Texas continues its economic dominance. IRS migration data shows the state gained over $5 billion in adjusted gross income from interstate movers, while California and New York suffered multi-billion-dollar losses. Texas added 419,000 residents in 2025, more than any other state, with economic output climbing to $2.9 trillion. The combination of zero state income tax, business-friendly regulations, and affordable living is creating a self-reinforcing cycle, attracting high-income households and corporate relocations across technology, finance, manufacturing, and energy sectors. Finally, investor positioning remains critical this week. Despite easing U.S.-Iran tensions supporting risk appetite, the bond market vigilance on inflation and the Fed's next move means volatility could spike on any surprise from mega-cap tech earnings or economic data releases. That's your signal to alpha for today. Subscribe for tomorrow's essential market briefing. Trade smart, stay informed. Check us out at capitalcopilot.io.